Hey everybody, Mallory from Zeplin here. When agencies get bigger, or depending on the clientele you work with, a friction point that can come into play is a language barrier. So let's look at how we're going to bridge that language barrier. I'm going to show you today how to translate your notes in Zeplin using a really cool online tool called Zapier. Zapier is a really awesome tool that allows you to automate flows between different programs, including Zeplin. So let's jump in. So I've made an account in Zapier and I'm going to hit make a zap. I'm going to bring up Zeplin and the trigger is going to be new note or reply. Continue and it will now ask you which Zeplin account to use or prompt you to log in. Select the target workspace and then select your project or leave it blank to apply the zap to all of your projects. Test. This should bring up one of your most recent notes and all the data that we need as well. Continue. Our first action is going to be filter, so this is what's going to trigger our translation. Only continue if note content contains my trigger word. So for me today it's going to be hashtag Turkish because that's what we're translating to. Continue. Add a step, search translate by Zapier, and then you want to select detect language. And next select the content from Zeplin. Test and review, and you should get the language detected and the confidence score, which is measured between 0 and 1. New step, translate by Zapier and translate text. Our source language is the detected language from earlier, and what is going to be translated is the note content. And my target language is Turkish. Continue and test, and let's just make sure that works. I don't speak Turkish, but hopefully this will help some of my team in Istanbul. One final step, so Zeplin, and we're going to create or reply to a note. Choose the account from before, and then the next steps are very specific. So the project is the project ID, which has been lifted from the comment. The content is the translation we made earlier. The screen is the screen ID. You might get a warning here. And I'm going to skip over the color and put in the horizontal position of the note and the vertical position of the note. And now we should all be ready to go. So let's turn on our Zap. This usually takes a few moments to get going. And let's jump over to Zeplin and test it out. Alright, moment of truth. Voila. So that was translating notes in Zeplin using Zapier. That's just one thing that Zapier can do, so I really encourage you to go and look at Zapier and see what else you could change in your workflow. If you have further questions about Zeplin in your workflow, or want to see us cover something particular in these videos, please reach out to your Zeplin representative. Otherwise, if you have interest in our Zeplin Agency Members Program, there's a link in the email to the ZAM portal. Any more questions, and feel free to message me directly at mallory@zeplin.io. And I'll see you next time.